Guys, I'm back. Chat, check this out. The Mythic Excalibur is back. One of my favorite guns to use back in Chapter 4. Ignore these shots. These shots are freaking terrible. I ain't gonna lie. I haven't used it in a while. There it is. There's the kill shot. As you can see, it's one of my favorite guns to use. It's very rare that you get this in Blitz, but also there's like a purple version of it that you can get, so that's cool. Like and subscribe, y'all. You know, 1475 can get there by itself. I mean, we're so close to it that I can almost smell it. You know what I mean? Anyway, on today's TED Talk, we're gonna be talking about something that upset me lately, because it revolves around video games and things that games that you grew up playing, but then you find out their secrets. And when you find out these secrets, you get that note in your head and it's just like, why couldn't I have figured this out when I was younger? You know what I mean? And I literally had this experience yesterday, actually. For when I was recording this, I actually experienced this yesterday. And I was pretty upset because I've been knowing and playing this game for almost 20 years. Okay? Ever since I was a little kid at the YMCA, playing this game as a child, me knowing of the game, hadn't picked the game up in almost 15 years, and yet here well, not even 15 years, it's more like okay, I'm about to date myself if I over here do this. Let me not. Anyway, let's just say it's a really long time. I haven't picked this game up in a really long time. And I was like, okay, you know what I mean? This game is obviously pretty damn difficult the later you go about it. In case for those who don't know, the game is called Diddy Kong Racing. This game right here was the pinnacle of kart racing back in the 1990s. The game came out in 97, and I loved playing the game. I just loved the vibe of the game, of course, you know what I mean? But I really had an issue with what I had learned yesterday. Because what I learned about this game was something that I never thought was even possible. So in Diddy Kong Racing, you have to race on these tracks, and the CPUs are freaking hard as hell to beat. It's hard to get first in that game. It is very hard to get first. Okay, I can tell you through personal experience, it is very hard to get first place on any one of the tracks. I mean, if it's not the beginner courses, like later in the game, these CPUs are ruthless. Okay, they are absolutely ruthless. And don't get me started on the coin challenges in this game. Don't get me started. But anyway, what I learned to make the races easier was and this is something they actually tell you in the game, let go of the accelerator before you hit the zipper to accelerate faster. Now that I kind of knew, but never knew to execute. So I kind of already knew that. But then this other part was tapping A causes you to accelerate faster than normal. Now when I heard this, I was like, there's absolutely no way in hell tapping A would allow you to be faster.
Editor CBJ here. CBJ failed to acknowledge that there was another thing that blew his mind, and that was when you hit the zipper, is to not accelerate until the smoke clears from your boost. That way you get the most boost from the zipper. And as you can tell, this jump absolutely blew my mind.
I put that jump to the test, and let me tell you, I was so flabbergasted. It didn't make sense. It truly did not make sense. Why in the world was I going faster by tapping A instead of holding A? Because holding A was the only thing that makes sense. You know, in a racing game, you want to hold A to accelerate, right? I'm pretty sure in any racing game ever, you want to hold A. right? You want to hold A. Because not holding A would mean that you would just be completely slow. Right? Let alone tapping A. You tap A at your top speed, you actually accelerate faster. And it is actually faster than a drift in that game. Literally just by tapping A. And it just made absolutely no sense at all. It just doesn't make any sense. So I tried it, and quite literally the game became so much easier that I was winning races that I had trouble with. It was crazy. Look at us getting that win right there. That's pretty cool. Let me know how y'all like the Blitz gameplay, by the way. I mean, Blitz has been a really, really fun game mode. And I really, really like it. I was over here playing with Jack for a little bit, so y'all already know what we was on. Anyway, shout out to the homie Jack, bro. Y'all, have y'all seen his vlog from when he was in Hawaii? If you haven't checked it out, I'll put it in the link in the description. He actually put it into like almost a 2-hour movie, so I'm gonna link that in the description for y'all if you haven't checked it out. Go subscribe to my man too. Go ahead, go subscribe to him. Back to what I was saying. I tested this out, and to my amazement, it worked. Tracks that I was having trouble racing on were so easy that I was blowing the CPUs out by 10 seconds or more every single time I raced. It was crazy. And it also made the coin missions so much easier. I mean, you would have thought with the coin missions that, you know, this would be difficult. But nah, family. The coin challenges were a piece of cake. The only thing about the coin missions is just knowing where the coins are and then just racing after that. And then you're done. And it's just like, it is just a breath of fresh air that I was able to beat this game. Actually, I haven't beat the game yet. I'm still on the final boss, if you know what I mean. Obviously, not a lot of y'all know about Diddy Kong Racing, so I'll spare y'all the details. But let me tell you, even the first boss race, or the first boss fight, or the first final boss fight actually, was easy as hell. I mean, you can't make some of this stuff up. You really cannot make some of this stuff up. So that was basically my experience with things that I didn't know about games that I used to play as a kid. You know what I mean? It was almost like, and a lot of y'all know that, you know, if y'all been in my streams when I played the Lost Levels on Super Nintendo, that playing through all the worlds consecutively without any warps gives you level 9. When I tell you, when I was, I say a teenager, when I was a teenager playing this game, I didn't know this until I actually was just playing it just for fun, and I kind of figured it out on my own because, you know, I like to play all the levels. It was just a shock to me when, after I beat 8-4, I ended up going to 9-1. And I looked it up because I was like, this was something new, and apparently it was true. Even in the original game, even though in the original game, you have to beat Lost Levels 8 times before you even get to World 9. And here's the thing. In the original game, you only get one shot at it. You get one life to beat 9-1 through 9-4. And here's the thing. You still have to beat World 9. And then you have to beat it, I forgot how many times. I think you have to beat Worlds 1 through 8 times to unlock the letter worlds or something like that. I don't know. I may have to look it up. And if I do look it up, I'll have a note somewhere in this video talking about how many times you have to beat the lost levels before you even unlock worlds A through D. It's some crazy stuff. But anyway, that's my TED Talk for today. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, man, and let me know if you like this gameplay. Let me know if y'all like the Blitz gameplay. I'll try to mix in some other games in here. Obviously, I've been having a lot of fun playing Minecraft, so you might see some Minecraft gameplay at some point. You might have to. Also, I still gotta finish the Peaceful Lo-Fi World. I still gotta go finish that on stream. So you'll definitely get that experience. So the streams are coming. So stay tuned.